a school dropout who once slept on railway platforms, just handed India the drones that hit deep inside Pakistan. His name is Satyanarayan Nuwal, and honestly, most Indians have never even heard of him. But if you watched Operation Sindoor unfold back in May 2025, you were watching this one man's life work tear through enemy targets in real time. Let me take you back. Years ago, Nuwal had nothing going for him. No degree, no family business, nothing at all. Just raw instinct and a willingness to do the work nobody else wanted to touch. Then he ran into a man named Abdul Sattar Allabai, an explosives trader, and the deal they struck, it quietly set off a chain reaction nobody saw coming. Nuwal paid him 1,000 rupees a month, just to borrow his license, just to use his storage. He'd buy explosives for 250, turn around and sell them for 800. Simple math, brutal hustle. And that small-time arbitrage, that became the seed of what we now call Solar Industries India Limited. For years, the story was the same. One group, one system, total control. The monopoly over defense manufacturing in India was, well, nearly unbreakable. But as the world changed and new challenges emerged, pressure started to build. People began to question, should just a handful of players decide the future of our nation's defense? The old ways, they just couldn't hold forever. Now here's where things get really interesting. For decades, India's defense manufacturing was a closed club, government only, public sector units only. If you were a private player, forget about it. The doors were bolted shut. Then 2010 happened, and the wall finally cracked. Solar Industries became the first private Indian company ever licensed to manufacture explosives for our armed forces. The first one, ever. But honestly, explosives were just the warm-up, because while everyone else was busy obsessing over fighter jets and missiles, Nuwal was looking somewhere else entirely. Drones, loitering munitions, the future of how wars get fought, and he bet the entire company on building them right here in India. India had nothing. Zero. Until Nagastra showed up. Nagastra 1. India's first fully homegrown loitering munition. The arrival of Nagastra 1 changed everything, you know? Suddenly, India wasn't just catching up, it was leading. For the first time, Indian forces had a weapon that matched, or even outperformed what was available globally. It wasn't just about pride, it was about capability. The defense landscape started to shift, and, well, everyone began to take notice. Built by Solar Industries, put through brutal flight trials against foreign competition, and it beat every single one of them. The Indian Army signed the contract, the drones got delivered, and then, in May 2025, the whole world finally saw what they could do. Operation Sindoor. Indian forces let loose with indigenous loitering munitions across the border. Pinpoint strikes. Barely any collateral damage, maximum strategic shock. And for the first time, India fought a cross-border operation with weapons that were designed, built, and deployed entirely on Indian soil. No imports, no begging for foreign permissions, no dependency on anyone. And this is exactly where the geopolitics turns ugly. For years, Pakistan has leaned on Turkish Bayraktars and Chinese Wing Lungs. China itself runs the biggest drone production line on the planet. India? We were always the laggard, the buyer, the dependent customer writing fat checks to Israel and the Americans. That whole equation just got flipped on its head, because Nagastra isn't some one-off prototype sitting in a lab. It's a full production line, scalable, exportable. So, let's take a step back and look at what's really happening here. We're witnessing the birth of a new India, one that's not just following old patterns but actually breaking them apart. It's a shift in mindset, a kind of quiet revolution that's changing how the country sees itself and its place in the world. But here's the deeper thing I want you to understand. This isn't really about drones. It's about who gets to build India's wars. For 70 years, defense manufacturing in India meant government factories, slow, bureaucratic, decades behind the rest of the world. Nuwal blew that idea apart. He proved a private company could move faster, build cheaper, and actually deliver weapons that win on the battlefield. He got the Padma Shri for it, but honestly, the real reward is that his drones are now baked into India's strategic doctrine. Meanwhile, somewhere in Rawalpindi, there's a general sitting in a briefing room, studying a drone he never saw coming, built by a man he was never supposed to fear. That right there, that's the new India, unpredictable, self-reliant, and finally, dangerous on its own terms. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you found the video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.